Okay, so let us look at some questions on society. So we have reached the last part, welfare mechanisms. So for this, we have to look at the current government schemes of both India and Andhra Pradesh in depth. Okay, so welfare mechanisms. Who says that public policy is not a decision, it is a course of pattern or activity. Okay, Robert Eystone. So no need to remember all these things. Just in case if they ask in the exam, and if you are able to remember, that's fine. But for this, put more effort on the schemes. So which of the following is the nature of public policy? All the above. Try to remember these things. Public policies are goal oriented, so they should have a goal. Public policy is the outcome of the government's collective actions, and public policy is what the government actually decides or chooses to. So basically, it is self-explanatory. So all those are the nature of public policy. So consider the following statements about the New India Literacy Program. Okay. So there'll be many PDFs, for 100 pages, 200 pages PDFs of government schemes, etc. So if you try to read with that, suddenly going through, I mean, so many schemes, you will not be able to remember anything. So as and when you get a name of a scheme, preferably in the last few years, or sometimes if the scheme is very important, I mean, doesn't matter whether it is the date or I mean it is in the last decade or before. If it is a very important scheme, it is fine. Otherwise, something which is in the last 2 to 3 years, like 2020, is okay, reasonable. No need to go in depth about schemes say 2012 or 2013. If there is a scheme which I mean which is not very important, you do not go in depth. At least just what it is, for example, if there is Surface Act. So Surface Act is 2002, something like that. So just to, I mean, you need to have a basic idea what is Surface Act. It is related to the banking sector, so rather than going to the court using the Surface Act, the bank can go for liquidation without going to the court also. So that is about Surface Act. So that much is enough. So now let us see what is New India Literacy Program. It aims to cover all aspects of adult education to align with National Education Policy 2020. This is important. NEP 2020. You have to read in depth about it. The scheme will cover all literates of the age of 15 years and above in all states duties. It is a central sector scheme. There are central sector schemes and then there are centrally sponsored schemes. Okay, so let us see some of the basics. So difference between central sector and central sponsored schemes. Let us see. Central sector schemes are 100% funded by the union government and implemented by the central government machinery. Okay, in centrally sponsored schemes, sponsored scheme, a certain percentage of the funding is borne by the states also. So if you look at PM Kisan, so PM Kisan is a central sector scheme. So 100% is funded by union government. But if you look at Raitu Bharosa in Andhra Pradesh, it's a mix of PM Kisan plus the state government component. Okay, Raitu Bharosa. So Raitu Bharosa is a program launched by government of AP to financially assist farmers by depositing amount of 13,500. So out of this 13,500 from PM Kisan, we are getting 6,000, right? The center. So, okay, state is giving 7,500 and center is giving 6,000. So this is CA central sector scheme, and in general, Raitu Bharosa is a centrally sponsored scheme if you look at it that way. But there are other schemes. Like the scheme itself contains central government component and state government component. Anyway, so and New India Literacy Program. Let us look at it. New India Literacy Program. So let us very quickly look at what is New India Literacy Program. No need to go in depth, okay, especially for prelims because there is no guarantee that such thing will be asked. But let us look very briefly. Okay, what is New India Literacy Program? For implementing during years 2023 to 2027, okay, outlay and all is not important. Scheme aims to cover a Target of 5 crore non-literates in the age group of 15 and above. So, scheme is for non-literates. Five components: foundational literacy, critical life skills, vocational skills, basic education, continuing education, etc. Door-to-door, non-volunteers, all these things. The scheme is implemented through the online mode and is based on technology. Diksha platform. Okay, Diksha platform of NCRT. Remember that. Okay, that NCRT has something called the Diksha platform. Foundational literacy through TV, radio, etc. Eligibility all 15 years and above. Remember this. What is the eligibility? 15 years and above. And um, it basically gives skill training, vocational, etc. etc. So that much is important. Don't go into more depth. That much is more than enough. Now let us see what the question is. It aims to cover all aspects of adult education to align with the National Education Policy 2020. Okay, so we can see all that foundational skills, numeracy. Okay, all that is also curriculum is similar to NEP. So this statement is true. Scheme will cover all literates, which is wrong, of the age 15 years and above. So 15 years and above is correct. We have just seen, but it covers all non-literates. Okay, it covers all non-literates. So this is also wrong. So it is a central sector scheme. New literacy is central sector scheme. Centrally sponsored scheme. Okay, New India Literacy Program for implementation during 5 years. Remember date also from 2023 to 2027. So these this amount and all is not exactly important, but you can see 700 crore from central share and 300 around the state share. Okay, it's impossible to remember all those numbers, but what we know is it is not a central sector scheme, it is a central sponsored. So both center and state are taking part. So C is also wrong, B is wrong, A is right. So try to remember that. New India Literacy Program, okay, aspects of adult education more than 15 years and above, covers all non-literates, and it aligns with National Education Policy 2020, and it is a centrally sponsored scheme. Okay, 70-30 ratio, roughly you can remember like that. Which of the following is the implementing the agency for Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana? So Atmanirbhar Bharat is very important. Atmanirbhar Bharat. Let us see. So Atmanirbhar Bharat basically it comes in five tranches. Okay, five pillars: economy, infrastructure, system, demography, demand. Package of 20 lakh crores. Try to remember that. Okay, that is frequently asked. Such kind of questions will be asked. 20 lakh crores, and that is about 10% of GDP. You have to remember that. Focus on land, labor, liquidity, and etc. etc. So, Atmanirbhar is not just what is a scheme in general like other schemes. It's more like an approach. Okay, it comes in different ways, like five pillars. So it is not just a scheme, this much amount, and so are the beneficiaries. Not like that. It is a group of. It is a group of what you say reforms. Okay, so let us see. Self-reliant India campaign, etc. So five pillars are economy, infrastructure, system, vibrant demography, and demand. So such questions will be asked. You have to remember when something specified like five pillars, etc., or any such jargons, for example, recent budget we have seen Amrit Kal, etc. So those things we have to remember. Last time we've seen the Saptarishi model, something okay in the budget. So when something specific is given, we have to try to remember. So Atmanirbhar Bharat focuses on economic reforms and development of infrastructure. Okay, changes in system, vibrant demography. That means using the potential of the working age population, demand, etc. Cutting down import dependence by focusing on substitution while improving safety, compliance, and quality. Okay, neither exclusionary or isolation, etc. etc. So by now you have some idea about what is okay Atmanirbhar Bharat: economy, infrastructure, system, demography, and demand. So supply chain reforms, tax reforms, simple and clear laws, capable human resource, and strong financial systems. So this is not just one scheme; it is a reform based. What you say? It's a change in the system itself, not a standalone scheme in space sector, defense sector. This is important. Defense acquisition procedure 2020. So they made changes in space also. Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center in space. Okay, it provides a level playing field for private companies to use Indian space infrastructure. This is also important. Anything related to ISRO and in general space or defense, everything is important, etc. So we have seen all these things, enhancing demand, mobilizing. Fine. So now let us see what is the question. With this knowledge, let us see which of the following is the implementing agency of Atmanirbhar Bharat. So labor and employment, employees provident fund organization, Union Ministry of Finance, National Skill Development Council. And he is talking specifically about Rozgar Yojana. Let us see. Implementing Atmanirbhar, okay, Rozgar. So this scheme is being implemented through the Employee Fund, okay, Employees Provident Fund Organization (EPFO). Reduces the financial burden of the employers of various sectors and encourages them to hire more workers. So keep that in mind. Which union ministry implements the Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana? Ministry of Labor and Employment. Okay, is saying that is the Ministry of Labor and Employment. This is the agency. Okay, which of the following is the implementing agency for the Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana? Is the Employees Provident Fund Organization. Try to remember that. So Shrestha Yojana aims to provide quality residential education for which of the following categories? So let us look up what is Shrestha Yojana. So whatever we are reading, try to remember it. First try to understand and then try to register and remember it for the long term. Okay, that is more important. So what is Shrestha? Government has uploaded new scheme called Shrestha, residential education for students in high schools in targeted areas for the purpose of providing seats meritorious SC boys and girls in the best private residential schools in the country. So basically, they want to provide seats for the SC and SC boys and girls in the best private residential schools. Okay, not in government schools, in private schools, they want to provide seats for meritorious SC and ST. That is Shrestha. Let us see who started Shrestha, Vidadar Kumar, etc. Not important. Which ministry? Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Try to remember that. Okay, Ministry of Social Justice. Who is eligible? Students from SC community who are pursuing class 9 to 12. So not ST. Remember, it is only for ST and boys and girls, etc. etc. What is the launched for meritorious SC ST income limit for Shrestha is up to 2.5 lakh. Okay, under the scheme, around 3,000 SC students with annual income of parents 2.5 lakh. Objective, let us see. Fine. So with this knowledge, let us see what we can do. So Shrestha Yojana aims to provide quality residential education in private schools. Remember, for which of the following? So scheduled tribes, no. Minority, no. Girls of SC, no. It is for scheduled caste in general. Both girls and boys of scheduled caste, age 9 to 12. Okay, in private schools. So now we have learned about Shrestha Yojana also. We have seen about Atmanirbhar Bharat EPFO, and we have seen New India Literacy Program. So ICDS we have seen is very important, though it is little bit old. It is very important. So in pursuance of the national policy for children, the Integrated Child Development Services was launched on. Okay, let us see ICDS. Since okay, what is the new name of ICDS? Anganwadi Services. Okay. So basically, the it is the ICDS, which is a centrally sponsored scheme. Okay, that means both center and the state are involved, and it is for comprehensive development of children. And currently, Anganwadi services is nothing but ICDS. And let us see this picture: supplementary nutrition, preschool education, serving children of 0 to 6 years and pregnant and lactating mothers. So a question can be asked like that: ICDS is only for children, and if in the question one of the statements says it provides services for pregnant and lactating mothers, because the name says child, you might think it is wrong, but ICDS is also for pregnant and lactating children. Immunization mission Indradhanush is very famous for immunization. Okay, health checkups, referral services, nutrition, preschool education, and supplementary news. So it is a wholesome. Okay, remember that it is a wholesome. It covers everything for children, and it is in October 2nd, 1975. So no need to remember October 2nd or anything. Just 1975 would do. ICDS 1975. Currently, it is being called as Anganwadi services. So National Commission for Women, National Commission for Scheduled Tribes, Delimitation Commission, and National Commission for Backward Classes. So let us see. So Justice V. Ishwaraya, okay, is National Commission for Backward Classes. Let us see. National Mission for Backward Classes. So National Commission for Backward Classes is a constitutional body. That means it is mentioned in the constitution itself. That is very important. And jurisdiction of social justice and empowerment. That is also important. Established through 102nd, okay, this Amendment Act, etc. So all these things you have to try to remember. And who is the chairman? Latest chairman is Sri Hansraj Gangaram Ahir. Okay, try to remember this. Sri Hansraj Gangaram Ahir. Such questions can be asked in preliminary. Current chairman of National Backward Classes is Hansraj Gangaram Ahir. And any date? So Article 338, 338A. Okay, Article 338 mentions about powers and provisions for a National Commission for the Scheduled Caste. Okay, 338A is National Commission for Scheduled Tribes, and 338B is for backward classes. So all these are important. 338 is for what you say, for a National Commission for SC, and further it has been subdivided: 338A through for scheduled tribes, and 338B for backward classes. So remember all these three: 338 for scheduled caste, 338A for scheduled tribes, 338B for backward classes. All these articles are very important. Fine. What is section 3? All this is fine. So for backward classes is for a year. Okay. Among them, Justice V. Ishwaraya, who is the chairperson of the National Commission for Backward Classes between 2013 and 2016. So he has also been judge of etc. etc. So Justice V. Ishwaraya had worked as a chairperson for uh, what is it, for National Commission for Backward Classes. So remember that. So National Commission for Backward Classes is 338B. Okay, Article 338B, and Justice Ishwaraya had worked as a chairperson between 2013 and 16. So Delimitation Commission and Justice Kuldeep Singh. Let us see. Delimitation Commission. Delimitation Commission. So Delimitation Commission, etc., established by GOI, Delimited Act, all that is fine. On 27th December, EC announced process of delimitation. All this is fine. And Kuldeep Singh. Let us see. So delimitation literally means act or process of fixing limits or boundaries of territorial constituencies in a country. So currently in Andhra Pradesh we have 175, right? So they're actually asking to increase the number of constituencies. Okay, we have 175. What do you say? There are constituencies. Constituencies. Okay, we have 175 assembly constituencies, and MP we have 25. Okay, for member of parliament we have 25. Okay, 25 Lok Sabha seats, 175 assembly constituencies, and what is this? Council, AP Council, Council of Ministers. No, AP Legislative Council, Legislative Council number. Let us see. It's also important. Frequently, you have to check. Okay, 58 members. Okay, 58 members. How many legislative councils are there? 50. Try to remember this also. 175, 58, okay, and 25 members. So if you want to increase that, then it has to be, that is called delimitation. When you want to increase the number of seats in the assembly or council, that is delimitation commission. Let us see the latest delimitation commission act. Anything latest? Okay, okay, 2002. Fine. So 2002 is there, one act. Try to remember that. All that is fine. Now let us see how it is related to Kuldeep Singh. The most recent delimitation commission was set up in 2002 after 2001 census with Justice Kuldeep Singh, okay, as its chairperson. Okay, try to remember that. So that is all important. Delimitation commission, Justice Kuldeep Singh is the chairperson, and it is 2002. National Commission for Backward Classes, Article 380, 338B, and Justice V. Ishwaraya was the chairperson. So National Commission for Scheduled Tribes, and it would be Article 338A. Okay, and it's a constitutional body. And let us see, just a minute. C3, Dr. Rameshwar Oram. Okay, National Commission for HT, and Mr. Oram. Okay, let us see. So Rameshwar Oram has been reappointed with second term, 3 years as chairperson for National Commission of Scheduled Tribes. Okay, so let us see. So Mr. Rameshwar Oram is related to that for HT. Let us see who is the current chairman. Okay, okay, okay. Who is the chairman of NS? The president is appointed Sri Vijaya Sampla as the chairman of sixth. This is scheduled caste 2023. Remember this, Sri Vijaya Sampla. But we are talking about scheduled tribes, right? Who's the first chairman? Okay, see who is the first chairman? Bola Pashwan Shastri. Fine. Bola Pashwan Shastri. But who is the current in Kerala? Mr. Responsible Arjun Munda, Tribal Minister of Tribal Affairs. Okay. Vacant chairman Anant Nayak. Okay. National Commission for ST chairman. Okay. Currently, so it is Anant Nayak. Try to remember who is the present chairman of. Okay, when is this? Harsha Chauhan. Who is the chairperson? This is we saw Mr. Sampla. The present chairman of NCST is Harsha Chauhan. Let us do one thing. This is the National Commission for Scheduled Tribe. Let us go to the website and see who is the current. Okay. So National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. All are vacant, vacant, vacant. Okay, basically chairperson is vacant. So Sri Anant Nayak is the vice chairperson. Okay. So most probably they won't ask that question also. Anyway, fine. So currently it is vacant. National Commission for Women obviously left off Lalita Kumar Mangalam. Fine. So National Commission for Backward Classes, Justice V. Ishwaraya. Try to remember that. And it is, what was the date? National Commission for Backward Classes, Article 338B. And we have also seen National Commission for Backward Classes. So National Commission for Backward Classes, okay, 2018, also called National Commission for Backward Classes, is an Indian constitutional body Jurisdiction we have seen 2018. Try to remember this date also, including the date. Okay. Next, National Commission for Women is Lalita Kumar Mangalam. All that is fine. Scheduled Tribes, Dr. Rameshwar Oran, and Article 338A. Backward classes is 338B. Delimitation Commission is Justice Kuldeep Singh. And the latest one which we have seen is 2002, right? 2002. 2002. Okay. So keep all that in mind. So let us move to the next question. So all these things try to remember, okay, whatever you can register. The first National Commission for Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes was constituted in the year 1992, which is true, we have seen. And first National Commission for Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes was constituted under 65th Constitutional Amendment Act. And CH Hanumanthappa was the chairman of the first National Commission for Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes. So initially there was a Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes combined. Later it was bifurcated. So let us see. Okay, first uh, chairperson of National Commission, National Commission for Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes. So the first Commission for Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes was set up in 1978 with Bola Pashwan Shastri. Okay, try to remember that. With Bola Pashwan Shastri is the first. And it was constituted when it was the first National Commission for Scheduled Tribes constituted. Okay, first National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. This is not the combined one. This is the after bifurcating for Scheduled Tribes and Scheduled Castes. That is in 2004. It comprised Sri Kunwar Singh as the chairperson. Remember this. When we are talking about only NCST, then it is 2004. Kunwar Singh as the chairperson, and NCST and NCSC combined. It is in 1978 with Bola Pashwan Shastri was the first commission. Okay. So what is the question? The first National Commission for Scheduled Tribes and Scheduled Tribes was constituted in the year 1992. What we are saying here, the first Commission for Scheduled Caste and National Commission for Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes. National for Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes. National Commission for Scheduled Caste, okay. Okay, power of National Commission and CHT, Article 338, we have seen. Let's do one thing. Let us go inside and see if they're giving anything about. Okay, National Commission for Scheduled Caste, Article 338, and that is 89th Amendment Act of 2003. Okay, so Scheduled Caste is 2003 and Scheduled Tribe is 2004, and this is 89th Amendment Act. Okay, all that is fine. Okay, see, 65th Amendment Act. Okay, initially Constitution provided for appointment of special officer under Article 338. So later, 65th Amendment Act 1990, not 1992, it amended Article 338 of the Constitution and replaced one-member system with multi-member National Commission for Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes. So try to remember that in 1990, it replaced the single member with SC and ST combined, and that is 65th. And in 89th Amendment Act 2003, okay, it was amended to form National Commission for ST, and it was replaced by two separate commissions from the year 2004. Okay, separate for SC and ST, and it composed of chairperson, vice chairperson, and three additional members. So all these things we try to remember. 2018, is also required to similar functions with regard to OBC. It was relieved from responsibility by 102nd Amendment Act 2018. So, National Commission for Other Backward Classes came recently, okay, 2018. So, remember all these things 65th, 89th, etc. etc. Now, let us see the question. So, first National Commission for Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes was constituted in the year 1990, okay, not 1992. So, this is also wrong. And we have seen first National Commission for Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes were constituted under 65th Constitutional Amendment Act. That is true, right? 65th, 65th, 1990, Article 338, all that is fine. So option B is correct. Hanumantappa was the chairman of the first National Commission for. Let us see Hanumantappa. What is okay, what is Hanumantappa? Hanumantappa. Hanumantappa, chairman of. Is the vice chairman. Karnataka. Fine, fine, all that is fine. National Commission for Scheduled Caste. So there is not related to this, and we don't say anything about first chairperson, etc. Fine. So that much is enough. No need to go beyond that. So anyway, only option B is correct. Okay. C.H. Hanumanthappa was the chairman of the first National Commission for. Let us see. I think C.H. Hanumanthappa. C.H. Hanumanthappa. Second Commissioner constituted with chairman and okay. So that is true. Okay. National Commission for Scheduled Castes. Okay. C.H. Hanumanthappa acted as a chairman. Current is Vijay Shampla. We have seen for scheduled castes. Okay. Shri Vijay Shampla is the current for scheduled caste. Was the first chairman of NCNT. We have seen Kunwar Singh. Kunwar Singh for NCST in 2004. That also try to remember. So fine. We've read a lot about this. No problem. 1995. So probably this is also right. C.H. Hanumanthappa maybe was the chairman of the first commission when it was formed. So let's move to the next question. Same as the following. So Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, Jan Dhan Yojana, National Rural Health Mission, Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. So uh, Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana is April 2015. So immediately after BJP came into power, they came up with this Jan Dhan Yojana, Mudra Yojana, all these things, right? So from that point of view also you can remember. So then Jan Dhan Yojana is the first scheme, right? When BJP came into power, the first scheme was Jan Dhan Yojana. So 2015 is Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. You can identify like that. And next came in 2015 itself, you have two Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana and Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. Okay, this is May 2015. This is April 2015. And National Rural Health Mission is 2005. So if you remembered in the evaluation, National Rural Health Mission is a little bit old one only. It is not a recent one. So you can remember based on that. Jan Dhan Yojana is 2014. Mudra Yojana is 2015. Suraksha Bima Yojana is also 2015. Exact dates and month it is difficult to remember, but roughly demonetization I believe is 2016 something like that, right? So examine the following statements about the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights. Okay, this is also very important. National Commission for Protection of Child Rights. It was set up in March 2017. Okay, all this will say constitutional body chairman was Stuti Narayan Kakar, etc. Child is defined as 0 to. So let us look at this is also very important one. Let us see National Commission for Protection of Child Rights. National Commission for Protection of Child Rights. Okay, okay, let us see this. let us see what saying. So National Commission for Protection of Child Rights, okay, performs the powers and functions assigned to it under 2005. Remember that one thing, 2005. It extends to whole of India, except all that. Okay, fine. Child right include the children rights adopted under UN Convention of Rights 1999. All that is fine. 2005. Remember the date. And okay, any person between ages 0 to and 18 is considered as a child. Fine. Establishment of state level commissions. Okay, all this is fine. Chairperson and six other persons. Keep that in mind. Chairperson and six other deals with. Okay, they are from people of eminence and experience in education. Okay, child care, juvenile justice, elimination of etc. People who have worked in those fields. Period of office is 3 years. Okay, they will not hold for, and they can hold maximum 65 and members 60. These are some of the important things you have to keep in mind. And we have seen all this is fine. So date is one thing you have to remember. 2005. Fine. So with this knowledge, let us see what is the question. So it was set up in March 2017 under the Commission for Protection of. No, we've seen it is set up in 2005 itself. Okay, and it is based on the National Commission for Protection of Child Right 2005. So A is wrong. It is a constitutional body. No, it is a statutory body because it is set up through an act. If it is in the constitution itself, through an article or something, then that is a constitutional body. But it is through an act. So it is a statutory body. The chairman of the commission is Tuti Narayan Kakar. Okay. So chairman of the commission is Tuti Narayan Kakar. Let us see. Stuti Narayan Kakar. Okay. Chairperson of the National Commission of Protection of Child Rights. Okay. Remember that. So she worked as a what do you say, chairperson of the this. So this is correct. Child is defined as a person in the age group of 0 to 18. This is also correct we have seen. So C and D. So this is the right answer. And it is in 2005. It is a statutory body. Remember those things. So the Untouchability Offences Act of 1955 was renamed as the Protection of Civil Rights Act 1976. That's also very important. Protection of Civil Rights Act. Okay. Protection of Civil Rights Act 1955, an act to prescribe punishment for preaching and practice of untouchability, etc., etc. Basically, the Untouchability Act was renamed as this thing, and it is in 1976. So no problem. Seems correct, right? It is in 1976. Initially, it was Untouchability Offences Act 1955. It was renamed as the Protection of Civil Rights Act 1976. Try to remember that. The name of the act introduced to check atrocities against SCs and STs, which we, very frequently we see in news, right? Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe Prevention of Atrocities Act 1989. Very, very, very important. Okay, 1989 SC ST Prevention of, Prevention of Atrocity Act is very important. 1989. Try to remember that date also. And that Protection of Civil Rights is 1976. Try to remember that also. So Article 15 of the Constitution provides equal rights and opportunities to all the citizens without any discrimination, which is true. So Article 91(6), tribals can own property and enjoy it in any part of the country. Usually it won't be like that. So, tribals usually can, not own property and enjoy it. Usually within the forest areas or tribal lands, they will have group rights, community rights, etc. So most probably this is wrong. We'll look into that. Reservation in employment is made for the tribals under Article 61(4), 235, and 353. Fine, we'll look into that. So, Article 338 empowers the President to appoint a commissioner to look after tribal welfare activities. So, basically, we have seen. So, Article 338 initially belonged to what is a special officer for both scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Later, 65th Amendment, we have seen it has been divided into in 1990 as Commission for Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe separately. So 338 is regarding Scheduled Caste, 338A is Scheduled Tribe, 338B is OBC. So all those things are important. So A and D are the right answer. Okay. These articles just look up if you want and see what they are about. Reservations as per 73rd and 74th constitutional amendment have facilitated, okay, women entering gram panchayats and municipalities. So if you are aware of 73rd and 74th of 1992, they are very standard acts, very important. They are also referred to as the Panchayat Raj Act. Okay, 73rd deals with Panchayat Raj, 74 deals with the municipalities. Okay, all that is important. Number of subjects in that 18, 29. Okay, 73rd contains 29 subjects. 74 Act contains 18 subjects. So it is as per these acts, we have reservation. Okay, one third of reservation of the seats in the gram panchayats and municipalities are reserved for women. Excuse me. So recently we have the women reservation bill also, which is recently in news. It provides for that's also very important. We have seen it provides for reservation in the national. What you say? We recently seen, right, in the assembly, in the Lok Sabha also. Women reservation bill 2023. This is very important. We have seen multiple times. Okay. This is the picture. Okay. See, 2023 Women Reservation Act, 106th Constitution Amendment Act. Try to remember that also. Reserves one third of total seats in Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies for women. Okay. Previously 1996, 98, 2009, 10, 14, etc. All those things. And committee under Margaret Alva, 1987, we have seen that. Okay. And Committee on Status of Women, 2013. Geeta Mukherjee Committee, 1996, etc. And in 1971, there was the first. And articles are Article 330A, Reservation of Women in Lok Sabha. Try to remember that. 332A, Reservation in state legislative assemblies. 239 AA for women in NCT of Delhi, etc. etc. So remember this 330A, 332A, etc. They can be asked. Reservation for period of 15 years. Okay. Uh, these are some basic points which you have to remember. 2003, all those things. So that is about 73rd and 74th Amendment Act. They have one third seats are reserved for women entering gram panchayats and municipalities. So the persons with disabilities, okay, Equal Opportunities, Protection of Rights and Full Participation Act 1995 provides 3% reservation for disabled persons in all posts and services under the Government of India. Okay, 3% reservation for persons with disabilities and 1995. Try to remember that act, and it provides for all posts in the government. The provisions in the fifth and sixth schedule of the Constitution are made in order to protect the interest of scheduled tribes. So if you look at the fifth schedule, it deals with the protection and interest of the scheduled tribes of Assam, Mizoram, Meghalaya, and Tripura, those four particular states. And sixth schedule, it deals with the what is it, the provisions and etc. for interest of the scheduled tribes in general, okay, as decided by the president. So both fifth schedule and sixth schedule both are related to the protection of the interest of the scheduled tribes. So, which of the following are the goals and objectives of the national policy for the empowerment of women 2001? So, this is also very important. All these are fine. And let us see what is the answer. Okay, A, B, C, D. Basically, all are, all options are right. So, try to remember them. So, basically, they are positive statements. You are looking at the statement, you can say creating an environment to positive economic and social policies for full development. Okay, that is fine. This is a policy. This is not an act. So it contains general statements, general guidelines, etc. Equal access to participation, okay, etc. Equal access to women in healthcare, guidance, employment, strengthening legal systems aimed at elimination of all forms of discrimination. So all are positive statements, and you can make out easily. Okay. Remember 2001 National Policy on Empowerment of Women. Okay. Now, Special Central Assistance to Scheduled Caste Subplan is a central sector scheme started in 1980. Okay. That means under which 100% grant is given to states or UTs as a addition to their scheduled caste subplan. So the main purpose is to give thrust to family-oriented schemes of economic development of scheduled castes below the poverty line. So see here it is mentioned about scheduled caste youth specifically and small scale industries so that employment opportunities, everything. So again it is talking about youth. So you can say general for the whole community below the poverty line to give a thrust to the family oriented schemes of economic development. That is the main purpose of the special central assistance to scheduled caste supply. Okay, it is a 1980 and 100%. It is a central sector scheme. So the national policy for persons with disabilities 2006 was brought out by the usually policy on persons with disability means usually it will be social justice and empowerment. Okay, try to remember that. Anything with disability, it will be Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and the Act itself is in 2006. Try to remember. National Policy for Persons with Disabilities 2006. So this is a very standard article. Article 17. As I said, you have to remember Article 14 to 51, everything. So Article 17 deals with abolition of untouchability. Okay. Article 19 deals with freedom of movement, speech, assembly, association, residence, etc. 21 deals with speech, life and liberty. Okay. All these things, every article you have to remember between 14 to 51. 21 is also very important. 17 deals with untouchability. Remember that. Under the Persons with Disabilities Act, okay, 1995, we've also seen amended in 2006, is one who suffers not less than 40%. Okay. So the disability has to be more than 40%. Keep that in mind. And it has to be certified by a medical authority. So again, which among the following amendments made free and compulsory primary education to all children of the age of 6 to 14? So if you remember, we talked about Article 21A and Article 45. Okay, those are two important articles which we have seen multiple times. Article, okay, Article 21A and Article 45. So 21A makes elementary education, okay, between 6 to 14 compulsory, and it's a fundamental right. So it can be enforced in court. Article 45 is a directive principle of state policy, and it talks about pre-primary education up to 6 years. So up to 6 you have Article 45, and from 6 to 14 you have Article 21A. Previously, education related thing was everything related to it was only in Article 45. So this was done through an amendment of 86th amendment. Okay, it was inserted by the 86th Amendment Act. Okay, basically the Right to Education Act of 2009 has amended Article 21A. It has added 21A, and it is the 86th constitutional amendment. So all these things you have to remember, very important. So 86th Amendment Act is what amended. I mean the right to education 2006. Okay, that also you have to remember. 2009. Okay, Right to Education Act 2009 and the Constitution Amendment Act of 2002 added Article 21A. All these things you have to remember. So what is the main objective of the PM Suraksha Bima Yojana? Basically to provide insurance and to provide accident insurance facility to all Indian citizens. So remember this, accident insurance only is Suraksha Bima. Okay, Fasal Bima Yojana is for crop insurance and Jeevan Jyoti. Okay, PM Jeevan Jyoti is life insurance. Remember that. To provide life insurance, okay, this is Jeevan Jyoti. Okay, and Suraksha Bima is accident insurance cover. Remember all that. So which of the following is a safe motherhood intervention program? So you can see Jeevan Jyoti is regarding life insurance to everyone, and all these are Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Yojana. We have seen accidental cover, and Janani, as the name suggests, Janani Suraksha Yojana is for motherhood intervention program. So remember that. So also we have seen some other things like many other schemes like Matru Vandana Yojana. Okay, all those things you have to. ICDS also contains what you say provisions for pregnant and lactating women. So all those things you have to remember. So Panchayati Raj system brought out this reforms in India. When you say Panchayati Raj system, you have to remember all those Balwant Rai Mehta committee, okay, and Ashok Mehta committee, and the 73rd Amendment Act. All those things you have to remember, and the representation of weaker sections in village administration. Okay, Panchayati Raj deals with village administration, and Panchayat Raj system. The three-tier system was first introduced in Rajasthan. Okay, try to remember that also. It's not about untouchability or education, etc., etc. It is about representation of weaker sections in village administration. So, in which other sectors does the ICDS provide its services along with healthcare nutrition to children? So, as we already seen, childcare education for pregnant and lactating mothers also. So, ICDS is not just for children; it is also for pregnant and lactating mothers. Okay, not for downtrodden communities, not for community workers, education service to health workers. No, all this is wrong. And Anganwadi services are basically equal to ICDS. We have seen that also. So, for Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana, I have just mentioned this, right? Matru Vandana Yojana, the cash maternity benefit is provided is 6,000. Let us see who is eligible and all those things. Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana, eligible, eligibility, etc., etc. Okay, for maternity benefit program run by Government of India, conditional cash transfer. Remember that for pregnant and lactating women of 19 years and above for the first live birth. Okay, only first live birth. Cash transfer is there and 19 years and above. Remember all these points. Who is eligible? 6,000 rupees. Remember that. Okay, lactating mothers, etc. This is old one, 5,000. So now it is 6,000. This is fine. Okay. Who is not eligible? Fine, no need to go. So basically 6,000 rupees, 19 years and above. Okay, pregnant and lactating mothers. Remember that. What is the maximum age required for a girl for opening account under Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana? Okay, this is also very important part of women empowerment and the girl child development, etc. So maximum age is 10 years. So after 10 years, you cannot open. You can open below 10 years for a girl child, and you can remove the amount two times. One at the age of 18 for education, and another time at the age of 21 for marriage. So all that is important. Remember about Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. So Jandan Yojana, we have already seen 2014. Okay, Pradhan Mantri Jandan Yojana in 2014 for providing financial inclusion in the country. Very, very, very important. And it is a component of 5,000 rupees OD will be given, and everyone will have a bank account. The what do you say? The female head of the eldest female member of the family, the mother or the wife, whatever, the bank account will be opened in their name, and it will be linked to all the government schemes, and they will be deposited through direct benefit transfer. So basically, for promoting financial inclusion in the country, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana has been launched in 2014, and it is a 5,000 rupees overdraft component. That is also important. So, National Commission for Protection of Child Rights, we've seen multiple times. It was established in 2006 under the Commission for Protection of Child Rights Act 2005. It is a six-member body of which two shall be women. Okay. So, we have seen sometime back National Commission for Protection of Child Rights. Just see that. Okay, National Commission of Protection for Child Rights is a judicial body founded in 2007 under the Commission for Protection of Child Rights Act 2005. Okay. Okay, for Commission for Protection of Child Rights 2005 and National Commission for Protection of Child Rights Act 2007. In October 2020, etc., etc. All this is fine. So NCPR was established in 2007, okay, under the commission for 2005. So okay, 2006, 2007, all that is fine. Different places, different dates they will give. Let us check somewhere else just for confirmation. Okay, let us see here. Let us see what he's saying. Protection of child rights, 2005. Okay, the based on the Commission for Protection of Child Rights Act 2005. Okay, this has been constituted, and whether it is okay RTE 2009 we've seen. Okay, 86th Amendment Act, etc., etc., and POXO we've seen 2012, Juvenile Justice 2015. All these are important. And chairperson 3 years, 65 years. These are sometimes asked. It's important. 3 years and 65 and 6 members. At least two of them should be women. Okay. Out of the 6 members, at least two of them should be women, and there is one chairperson. Okay. So what else we can say? Chairperson, 3 members. All this is fine. So the 2006 or 2007 is not completely clear. Okay. RT 2009, POXO 2012. All these are very very important. Okay. So let us go with this statement. So it is not a 6 member body. It has a chairperson and 6 members, right? That's what we have seen. Out of which two shall be women. So it is a 7 member body. There is one chairperson, and apart from that, 6 person. Chairperson should be 3 years or age of 65, okay, and not more than 2 terms. And 6 members for them 3 years or 60, not more than 2 terms. So the second statement is wrong. It is a 7 member body of which two shall be women. Fine. So consider the following statements regarding POXO. We have just now seen protection of children from sexual offences. 2012 was correct. We have seen. It aims to protect children from offences of assault, harassment, pornography. All these are correct. Gender neutral tone for legal form, etc., etc. 18 years. Child as any person below age of 18 is child. Okay. That also we have seen. And section 23 of the POXO Act prohibits disclosure of the victim's identity. That makes sense. So all these are correct. Remember this also. Section 23 of POXO prohibits the disclosure of the victim's identity also. So all these are correct. Try to remember all these points. So POXO Act is very important. 2001. So DISHA Act is also very important. Consider the following for DISHA scheme for disabled. In Andhra Pradesh, we have a DISHA scheme, right? Especially for women empowerment. It aims to provide early intervention and school readiness for children with disabilities. Okay, the scheme was launched in 2015. It is a scheme for children with autism, cerebral palsy, mental retardation. Disabled children in the age group of 0 to 10 years are beneficiaries under the scheme. Let us see quickly what is DISHA scheme. DISHA scheme. Designing. Okay, again, see Ministry of Law and Justice. Okay, usually that is the ministry which brings out these things, but this is different. Disha training, Disha. See, it's a early intervention and school readiness scheme for children in the age group of 0 to 10 years. Okay, so it is fine. 0 to 10 years, this is correct. So this option is correct. Probably not 2015. Others are fine. Let us see when it is launched. Okay, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. That is very important. When I mean which ministry, when it has been done, and what are the key features. Okay, it's not opening. Fine, it's opening. Wait. So let us see briefly if any important point is there. So Disha scheme, early intervention and school readiness for special children. You can see Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, etc. Autism, cerebral palsy, mental retardation, and multiple disabilities. All that is there, and it is at Delhi. That is sometimes can be asked. And let us look for any date or anything. Justice Empowerment, Power and Gaylord, all this is fine. Low income groups. Okay, fine. Let us not go into that depth. It will be difficult. Fine. So let us stop with this question 368. What is the purpose of setting up the Rashtriya Mahila Kosh, socio-economic empowerment scheme for women? Okay, as the name suggests, to provide access to easy credit to women. Okay, it is not pension, it is not grants to women education or anything. It is to provide easy access to credit for women. Rashtriya Mahila Kosh. It's also frequently we come across Rashtriya Mahila Kosh. Society registration act, all that is fine. Now this is in Hindi, Rashtriya Mahila Kosh scheme. No discrimination, etc., etc. Basically, that is fine. So remember that. No need to go in depth. It is to provide access to easy credit to women. Okay, let us stop for now, and we'll look at the other things next time.